Hi everybody, Cher here with you. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm really excited to share with you a recipe that I actually tried over the weekend and I am now obsessed. Oh my gosh. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I am a lover of anything pumpkin spice. Oh my goodness. Anyway, recently I had purchased these syrups at Winners and I was so excited and I had such high hopes for this stuff. Well, you know what? I opened one of these and I tried it the other day and my excitement quickly turned to disappointment. It wasn't anything like I was expecting. They actually leave a really horrible aftertaste. I didn't care for it all. I'm assuming it's probably the artificial sweeteners that they use in these things. I didn't even open the other two. I think I'm just gonna take them to work and see if some of the ladies there like it. I am not a fan. So I wouldn't recommend going out and wasting your money on these artificial syrupy things when you can make your very own at home for a fraction of the price and with just a few simple ingredients that you probably already have in your pantry. And if not, you can easily go to your local grocery store and pick them up. So let me show you how simple this really is. So here's an overview of the ingredients that you're gonna need. Very, very straightforward and simple. Oh my goodness. So you're gonna need a saucepan of some sort. You're gonna need 1.5 cups of water, 3/4 cup of brown sugar. Now I'm using the dark brown sugar. You could use just regular golden brown sugar, and I've also seen the recipes where they call for white sugar. You can use whatever kind of sugar you want. And I've also seen recipes that use more water, more sugar. I kind of just combined all the recipes that I saw and I kind of just made my own out of some of these ones that I did find. So the pumpkin, you're gonna need 1/4 cup of pure pumpkin, not the pumpkin pie filling, you want pure pumpkin. And then you're also gonna need some pumpkin pie spice, which I have about 2 teaspoons here. Now, a lot of the recipes that I found called for all the different kinds of spices that go into pumpkin pie spice, but you know what, to go and purchase all of them, what is in this? There's cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, allspice, and cloves. So if you were to go and individually purchase all those spices just to put a teaspoon of this and that into your recipe, it would cost you a lot of money. So I would suggest keeping it simple, which is what I did, and this turned out awesome, and I just used the regular pumpkin pie spice. And this time around, I didn't the first time, but this time around I'm going to put one of these cinnamon sticks. I'm going to simmer that with the whole mixture. I think that's going to give it a really nice flavor of just a little extra hit of cinnamon. Then you're going to need some kind of a container to put it in after you're all finished. And I found this adorable little bottle here at my local Dollar Tree. I think that's going to be perfect. And you're gonna need to strain your mixture. You wanna get some of the pumpkin pulp out of there. I have this awesome, really fine metal strainer, but you could also use cheesecloth. I tried using, the first time around, I tried using a coffee filter. Yeah, don't try that because it just plugs it up and it doesn't work. So use some kind of a strainer or cheesecloth or something like that. I'm not even worried, like I did have a little bit of pulp left in my original batch that I made, but that doesn't bother me at all because I am a lover of pumpkin. But if you don't want that, then you'll definitely want to use some cheesecloth just to make sure you get all the pulp out. So let's go ahead and put this all together and I'll show you how simple this is. So to start with, all I've done is I've just put my 1.5 cups of water and my 3/4 cup of brown sugar, and I'm going to put this on to about a medium to medium high heat. I don't want this mixture to come to a boil, but I do want it to come to a simmer. And I want to just basically dissolve all that sugar into the water. Probably, like I said, probably about 4 or 5 minutes, something like that. And then I'm also going to put, at this stage, I'm going to go ahead and put my little cinnamon stick in here. And I'm going to let that just kind of simmer away, and when I come back we'll add the rest of the ingredients. So this has been simmering away for about 5 minutes now. The sugar is well dissolved, and of course these little cinnamon sticks have had a chance to really impart their flavor. So the next thing we're going to add are our little spices here. So I'm going to just dump them right in. Oh, this smells so amazing. And this is just so easy. I mean, I hope you guys will love this as much as I do. And then we're gonna put in the pumpkin. It's kind of funny, when I went to buy pumpkin at my local grocery store here, the one close to me had pumpkin on sale, but it was just the large cans. So it was cheaper for me to buy a large can than it was to buy a small can. So I was like, all right, let's get the big one then. And I plan on doing some more recipes, so make sure you stay tuned because I have some other other really good ones that I have in mind to make here very soon. And I will definitely be using up the rest of my pumpkin that I have left over here. So now I'm just going to let this simmer. Again, don't let it boil, just let it simmer for a couple more minutes just to get everything kind of blended well together. And then all we have to do is strain it and put it in our pretty little bottle. And we're almost there. So this is looking really good and smelling absolutely amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I'm going to take it off the stove here for a few minutes and just kind of let it cool down a little bit before I actually put it through the strainer. And when I come back, we will do that next. So before I strain this, I just want to quickly add one more ingredient that I didn't mention before. Now, the first batch I made, I did put a little splash of my favorite Mexican vanilla. All the recipes that I saw did not have any vanilla in it, but I'm a huge lover of vanilla. But by all means, if you don't want to put that in yours and you want it authentic, then don't put it in. But I just think the vanilla really adds a really good flavor. And I just take it off the heat before I put this in, and I don't put a ton. This stuff is pretty strong. I'm just gonna put a little splash in there. And like I said, I think it just adds just a little bit more flavor. Now, you can totally adjust this recipe if you don't want to put as much sugar in as I have, you know, the sugar and water ratio. You can play around with that. If you don't like the spice, you can play around with that if you're not a real spice lover. Or the same thing with the pumpkin. If you want more pumpkin or less pumpkin, this recipe is very forgiving that way. So like I said, I just adapted this to my own kind of taste, and the first batch turned out amazing. So I haven't really changed a whole lot other than putting the cinnamon sticks in here this time. All right, so let's go ahead and strain this mixture out. So here we go. And I might even strain this twice because you'll see here in a minute. Oh, look at that. Perfect. All the pumpkin pulp will just stay in here. And yeah, the first time I made this, I did strain it twice just to make sure I got out as much as I possibly could. And you'll see, like right now it's plugged and it's not straining, so I have to kind of turn it. So you can see why the coffee filter got plugged up real fast. So I'll just strain this once, and then I think what I'll do is I'll pour it back in the pot and I'll strain it one more time just to get as much pulp out of here as I possibly can. So here's all the pulp I managed to get out of there the first go around. So I'm gonna do this one more time, and just so that I can get a really nice, clear as possible syrup here on the bottom. Okay, so now I'm just gonna strain this for the second time, and we'll see if we can get even a little bit more pulp out. And there we go. See how easy that went in through the second time? And I do have a little bit left here, but not too bad. So the next step is to go ahead and put it into our pretty little bottle. All right, so now we're just going to fill up this adorable little bottle with our homemade pumpkin spice syrup. I think what I'm gonna do is put a nice label on here. I'm gonna cut some vinyl out with my Cricut, but you could use any kind of label. And how adorable would this be to give to someone for a gift? I think that would be so awesome. Maybe you could pair it with, you know, some coffee or some espresso or some hot chocolate teas, or also with some of the upcoming recipes that I'm going to make. I think this would also be a great addition to a little gift. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Now, I couldn't find my funnel. This is just one of my tips for my icing thingy. But this worked last time, so I think this will work just fine. I just don't trust myself trying to get it into this little opening here. So I'm improvising. Hopefully I won't make a big mess. So I'm just going to pour this right into my bottle. Now this will keep, from all the recipes that I was reading, this will keep in the fridge. You want to make sure you refrigerate it for up to about 3 weeks. Now in my home, I don't think this is going to even last a week. I've already almost used half of what I made over the weekend. Oh my gosh. It's not just me that loves it. My boyfriend really liked it, and even Megan did too. I heated her up, steamed some milk for her, and added a little bit, and she absolutely loved it. So look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The color is just amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and put this little top on here. So there you have it. With very few ingredients and very little time and effort, we have some amazing, extremely yummy It's not full of chemicals or artificial sweeteners or anything like that. And a little of this goes a really long way. It's quite sweet, so you only need like, I don't know, a tablespoon or so. Again, that's something that is very personal up to you how much you use, but I use probably about a tablespoon or so just to sweeten my lattes in the morning. This will be really good on oatmeal. I'm excited to try that, or over ice cream. Oh my goodness, the options are limitless, really, what you could use this stuff for. So I hope you guys will try it, and if you do, let me know in the comments what you thought of it. And yeah, if you like pumpkin spice like I do, I think you guys will be definitely impressed by this stuff. So until next time, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now, everybody.